One is that's very maneuverable by you, that fits in your hand, the proper grit, the weight of it, the balance of it, of which you can handle. For the normal person is, they pick this up and says, wow, this really feels good. You know, I think I'm going to play. It has to feel like it belongs in your hand. The worst thing you can have is have something in your hand which controls you. And you don't want that. You want something that you control. And that's what this racket gives to you. There are different grips. You can go from 4 1/8, 4 1/4, 4 3/8, 4 1/2. You can build it up to be even bigger than that. And your hand size creates it. There's where you can measure in your hand, as well as just grab the racket and say, this is too big for you. Try this one. This is the right size. Because most pro shops have or should have an actual handle with a grip on it. And they're all the different sizes, so you can go in and put your hand around and see which one fits you. And any pro shop should be knowledgeable enough to do it. If not, ask one of the pros. That's the easiest thing. When is a pro off the court? Do you think he has a few minutes to look at my grip to make sure I've got the right size? The three we have basically creates the same benefit. Long strings, fan shape, balance, and weight. All those things. It's maneuverable for you to be able to handle the racket, to create the spin, whatever it might be, to make that ball not only get to the other side quicker, make it come off the surface quicker.
What are the numbers you refer to? The individual numbers, the 109, the 116, and the 120?
That's square inches. That's 109. That's 109 square inches here. That's 116 in here. And that's 125, see, with it. So if you put these up, you can see the difference in the length of the strings. Turn it around both ways, and you can see that. But each one of them has that ability to create rotation. And truthfully, has nothing to do with ages at all. And everybody thinks that this one only belongs to the older set in society. It belongs to the player, that it fits in their hand and they can play with it. And the same with the other two. You'll find one that fits you. And we did, you know, with some testimonies we went through, someone said, you know, I picked this one, this is the first one I picked up to, and it wasn't available one day.
I started out with the 116. I thought that the 109 seemed small, and the 116 just maybe gave me a little more control, a little more power, but later on I went to look for the 116 to play with, and they were all the demos were being used because it's so popular, and so I tried a 109, and that's what I've stuck with.
I was absolutely sold on the 109, loved it, felt great, really easy transition from my last racket, and by chance I happened one day to pick up a 116 and loved it even more. So it's a great problem to have. I really like the 109, but I like the 116 even more.
The first time I played with it, I was really impressed. I had much more power on my forehand than I'd had previously, and definitely getting spin on the shot is easier. I don't have to work at it quite as much to get the spin.
You've got to try them, and that's where you accept it here, to accept it for you physically, to help your game.